RC Robbin, thank you for joining me. We were supposed to play Dungeons and Dragons tonight, but the weather and work situations kiboshed the game. So since D&D was canceled, I figured might as well jump in and play some baseball. So thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. This is a created franchise on MLB the Show 20 on my PS4. The Bronx Knights have been wedged into the American League West division. As you can see on the screen, it's late June, a couple of weeks before the All-Star break. The Bronx Knights are 54-29. 54-29. They're in first place and have an 8.5 game lead on the second place Seattle Mariners. So let's get this show on the road. So game 2 in a 3-game set. So game 2 in a 3-game set. Against the LA Angels of Anaheim, and Knights won 5-2 in the first matchup. So organizations games, Pizarski play, yes, it's okay to simulate. 1 to 2 months. Play full game. We are the away team, heading to Angels Stadium for the second game of a 3-game set. Looks good. Brendan Pizarski's the pitcher. Everybody looks pretty healthy. Only thing I'll do is I'll take Milo out and put Roberto Perez in there. Bingo. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Welcome to a matchup here in Major League Baseball as the Bronx Knights visit the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim here at Angel Stadium. On the mound for the Angels is Aaron Nola, making his 17th appearance of the season. His record is an abysmal 1-10 with a 6.08 earned run average. Leading off for the Knights is the center fielder, Max Lukulich. He's hitting .315. He has 22 RBIs and 22 steals on the season. And it's down the third base line, fielded by Arenado, who throws across. 1 pitch, 1 away. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights, Max Lukulich just grounded out. Don Mattingly is at first. Chris Ramos is at second. Michael O'Rourke is in left. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Benny Lo Cicero is in right. Matt Saps is the DH. Matt Termini is at third, and Roberto Perez is batting ninth and playing catcher. Don Mattingly, the first baseman, is hitting .304 on the season. And he takes the first pitch out. No, check that. Finds the corner. Knuckle curve for strike one. So count is 0-1 on Mattingly with 1 out. And this one is driven into the gap. 1 hop off the wall, 2 hops off the wall, and he should be in there with a double. So with 1 out, they have a runner in scoring position. That is Mattingly's. It's fine. I'm not sure how many doubles he has on the season, but I'm sure it's a lot. So Chris Ramos, .376, a team high 31 homers and 73 runs batted in. He is in first place regarding the voting for second baseman in the American League for the All-Star game. Pitches outside, ball 1. So 73 runs batted in is enough for first place on the team. 31 homers, I think, is first place in the American League. And he pulls the fastball foul. Count will even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swings over the top of the changeup. Count is quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mattingly leads off second. There's 1 out here in the top of the first. Inside, count evens at 2-2. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the first. Here comes the payoff pitch. He hits it deep to center, but right there is the center fielder, Domingo Santana, who makes the catch for the second out. So with 2 down, steps up Michael O'Rourke, hitting .349, 20 homers, 62 runs batted in. And he carries a 17-game hitting streak into this ballgame. He has one in scoring position with 2 down. Just gets a piece of the changeup, strike 1. And he skies it in the infield, pop up to the shortstop. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. So they leave a runner at second. And after half an inning of baseball, it's the Bronx Knights nothing. The Angels come in to bat. Well, on the mound for the Knights is Brendan Pizarski, making his 17th start of the season. He's 6-3 with a 3.97 earned run average. Leading off for the Angels is Jeremy Pena, hitting .233, 3 homers, 23 runs batted in. He breaks his bat, Mattingly races over, but cannot make the catch, so it's just strike 1. Grounds it. Oh, line drive to Termini at third. He makes the catch and there's 1 away. Starting lineup for the Angels, you just saw Jeremy Pena line out. Domingo Santana's in center, Nolan Arenado is at third. Cliff Floyd's in left, J.J. Bleday is in right. Colton Welker is the DH. Luis Campusano is the catcher, Jahmai Jones is at second, and Matt Beatty is playing first and batting ninth. So next up is Domingo Santana, just a hair under 300 at 299. 13 homers, 37 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, the fastball. Strike 1. Bronx Knights, if I'm not mistaken, are 25 games over 500. It's a high water mark for them. They are in first place in their division with an 8.5 game lead. Nope. Pitch is outside, ball 1 count, even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is inside off the plate, counts 2-1. Out in front of the changeup, count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Santana. Lines it. Oh, it's blocked by Termini. He picks it up, throws across, not in time. He almost got him, so knocked the ball down, prevented it from being a double at the very least, but it's an infield single for Domingo Santana. So Nolan Arenado hitting .254, 16 homers, 37 runs batted in. Steps up with 1 out and a runner at first. High strike, but a strike nonetheless. Count is 0-1. Hard ground ball. Mattingly throws to second. That's a 3-6-3 double play. Side retired by Mattingly. Flawless work at the bag. The end of 1, no score. So, Jacob Salazar's hitting .345. He's a switch hitter playing with shortstop today. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike number 1. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Nola. He fouls off the next pitch. Count is 0-2 on Salazar. In the dirt, 1-2. Just off the plate, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are in the top of the second. There's no score here now. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Benny Lo Cicero, the right fielder, is on deck. And he just gets a piece of the changeup to stay alive. So here comes the payoff pitch again. Outside, ball 4. He walks the leadoff man here in the top of the second. So next up is Benny Lo Cicero. 289, 19 homers, 20, check that, 70 RBIs, 10 steals. Not bad. So Salazar leads off first. And he fouls off the fastball just behind it. And the count is 0-1. And he slices it down the left field line, and it, oh, nice catch. Nice running catch of the pop-up by Nolan Arenado. And there's one out. The defense for the Angels, Cliff Floyd's in left, Domingo Santana's in center, J.J. Bleday in right. And in the infield from left to right, it's Arenado with that great play, Pena, Jones, Beatty, with Luis Campusano behind the plate. So stepping in with one out here in the top of the second, Matthew Saps hitting .254, 13 homers, 44 runs batted in. Quick throw to first, and Salazar's back. So one out here in the top of the second. Here comes the pitch. Pitch is low, ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
Pitch is outside. Throw down to second is one hop, not in time. So it's a successful steal for Jacob Salazar. And he is in scoring position with one out. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on Saps. Grounds it to the shortstop. Saps has to hold. And he throws across for the second out. Wasn't a productive out. He was unable to get that runner to third. So Matt Termini steps in. He's hitting .303 with 5 homers and 39 runs batted in. Steps in with 2 outs here in the second. Checks his swing. Pitch is outside, ball one. Inside and low, ball two. Salazar leads off second. There's 2 down here in the second. Hard ground ball up the middle and through. It's going to be an RBI single for Matt Termini. And the Bronx Knights take a 1-0 lead. Let's see the replay. Termini with his 40th RBI of the season. Boom. So it's 1-0 and Roberto Perez steps up. Backup catcher hitting .205 on the season. And he fouls off the fastball, 94 on the radar gun. Count is 0-1. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Inside ball one. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Perez. Out in front of the knuckle curve, count is 1-2. Termini leads off first. And he just nubs it up the first base line. It's foul, so we'll do it again. Count is still 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the side is retired, but not before the Knights put a run on the board. 1.5 innings of baseball. It's the Bronx Knights 1-0. Bottom of the second. Cliff Floyd, the left fielder, steps in. He's hitting .265 on the season. Pizarski deals. And he laces it. Long run for O'Rourke, but he makes it. And there's one away. Nice catch by O'Rourke, backing into the ball. Defensive alignment for the Bronx Knights from left to right in the outfield is O'Rourke, Lukelich, and Lo Cicero. And in the infield is Termini, Salazar, Ramos, Mattingly, with Roberto Perez behind the plate. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second. J.J. Bleday hitting .261, 8 homers, 32 runs batted in, steps in against Pizarski, fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. And he grounds it foul into the seats on the first base side. Hard ground ball to Mattingly. He soaks it up like a vacuum cleaner. Takes it himself, and there's 2 away.
The designated hitter,
Colton Walker hitting .244 on the season, steps in with 2 outs. batting from the right side against the lefty. And he lines it down the right field line, and he goes foul. Strike one. Made a bid for a double, but curve foul. Slider in there, strike two. Just gets a piece of the changeup to stay alive. Lazy fly ball to center. Lukulich barely has to move. He makes the catch to retire the side. So we played 2 innings. The Bronx Knights lead here in Anaheim 1-0. So the lineup turns over for the Bronx Knights here in the third. Max Lukulich, the center fielder, steps in for his second plate appearance. He is 0-1. And he hits a ground ball up through the middle and through. A single to lead off the third. Stolen base opportunity for Lukulich.
The first baseman, number 23.
I'm sure he'll take advantage of it. He has 22 steals on the season. Next up is Don Mattingly hitting 3-0. I'm sorry, check the 307. He hit a double in the first. Inside ball one. Pitch is high. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on Mattingly. All-star player for the New York Yankees in the 80s and 90s. Pitches at the knees. Strike one. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Donnie Baseball. Lukulich leads off first. Checks his swing, but it's down and in. Count is 3-1. Hitters count on Mattingly. 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out here in the third. Quick throw to first. Lukulich is back. Lukulich is the fastest player on the team. He has 22 steals on the season. He also has 25 doubles. Most of those is because he legs them out. And he skies it the other way. Long run for Cliff Floyd, but he makes the catch for the first out. Next up is Chris Ramos, the second baseman. He flew out in the first. He is 0 for 1. Again, quick throw to first. He gets his hand back in. Safe. Pitch out, but nothing doing. Count is 1-0 on Ramos. Outside corner, just gets the outside corner for strike one. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. And there he goes, pitches outside, throw down to second is not in time. That is stolen base number 23 for Max Lukulich. Let's see the replay again. It's a good throw, but he just beat it. Just pure speed. So runner in scoring position and 1 down. Count is 2-1 on Ramos. 3-1 count. Mike O'Rourke is on deck. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner leads off second. Here's the pitch. Did he go? No, he did not. It's ball 4. And we have runners at first and second with 1 down here in the top of the third. Michael O'Rourke will step to the plate. Did he break his wrists? No, he did not. So Mike O'Rourke is up. He is 0 for 1. He has runners at first and second. 1 down. And he pulls it towards and over the Angels dugout. Strike number 1. And he popped him up in the infield. Nolan Arenado, infield fly rule is in effect. He makes the catch and there's 2 away. Got him to pop it straight up. So next up is Jacob Salazar, hitting 345. He walked in the second. No official at bat yet. Runners lead off first and second. Fouls off the fastball, strike one. And he skies to shallow center. Domingo Santana comes in, makes the catch to retire the side. So they leave 2 runners on. And after 2.5 innings pitched, 2.5 innings played, the score remains 1-0, Bronx Knights. So we go to the bottom of the third. Luis Campusano, the catcher. Okay, he is hitting 269, but at home he hits 353. So it's been particularly hot at home, where we happen to be. So here comes the pitch. At the knees, strike one. Ground ball through the middle, base hit, past the diving attempt by Salazar. So the leadoff man is on here in the bottom of the third. Campusano continues his hot hitting here at Anaheim Stadium. Almost. Salazar stretched out for that. So, Jahmai Jones, the leadoff man, steps in for his second plate appearance. And he swings and misses, 96 on the radar gun. And he grounds it foul. Strike two. Count is 0-2 on Jones. And it's a lazy fly ball to left. O'Rourke is there. He makes the catch, and there's one down. Next up is Matt Beatty, 210, 3 homers, 17 runs batted in. Runner at first with 1 out. High strike, but strike nonetheless. Count is 0-1. And he pops it up. Perez jumps out of his crouch but can't make it there. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Beatty. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's 2 away. That is Pizarski's first strikeout of the game.
The batter, not shortstop,
Jeremy Pena, the leadoff man, steps up. Pitches high, but in there, strike 1. He lined out in the first. He's up there with 2 down here in the third. And it's up the middle and through. It's going to be a base hit, and there will be runners at first and second with 2 down here in the third. They are threatening. Here's the replay. Did it go through his legs? Might have went through his legs. So Domingo Santana, the center fielder, steps in. He is singled in the first. His average is now at 302. And he takes a strike. Low, ball 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. We have runners at first and second here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And it's a lazy fly ball to right. Lo Cicero makes the catch to retire the side. So they strand 2 runners. And at the end of 3, the score remains Bronx Knights leading 1-0. So the right fielder leads off here in the top of the 4th. Benny Lo Cicero, he is 0 for 1.
number 37.
And he's late on the fastball. A high fastball. Count is 0-1. Down and in. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. And he rolls over on it. First baseman takes it to the bag himself. 1 away. Next up is Matthew Saps. Matt Saps is the DH today. Pitches low, ball 1. Outside corner, strike 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Saps. Check the swing, pitches outside, 2-1. And he popped him up. First base side in foul territory. He makes the catch. Matt Beatty for the second out.
The batter.
So Termini has an RBI single in this ball game. He's responsible for the only run on the scoreboard. Steps in for his second plate appearance. And he skies it to center. And Santana makes the catch to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Nola. And after 3.5, it's still 1-0 Knights. Bottom of the fourth, the dangerous Nolan Arenado steps up. He's 0 for 1. He has a home run in this series. Fouls off the fastball, strike. He has 9 runs batted in his last 5 games. It's been hot. It's the bat. And he slices it the other way down the right field line and into the corner. Strong throw to second by Lo Cicero, but it is not in time. So Arenado leads off the 4th inning with a double, his 13th of the season. Is the replay. Took it the other way. And he never hesitated. So runner in scoring position for Cliff Floyd. 0 for 1. Line drive to center. In comes Lukalic catching the line drive. So he hit it right on the nose, but right at the center fielder for out number 1. Here's the replay. Couldn't hit it any harder than that. Next up is J.J. Bleday. He's 2 for 5 in this series, 0 for 1 today. Tying run is at second. He takes inside and low, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. Outside, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on Bleday. Grounds it to Mattingly, scoops it, takes it to the bag himself. There's 2 away. The runner advances to third. So we have Arenado at third base with 2 outs. Colton Welker. He's 0 for 1. Tying run is 90 feet from home plate. And he grounds it foul, strike 1. Strike 2. Bit high, but called a strike. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Welker. And he fouls it back to the screen. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3 called at the knees. And the side is retired. So 4 innings of baseball. It's still a 1-0 ball game. So we go to the top of the 5th. Roberto Perez steps in, the number 9 hitter. Down and in, ball 1. Out in front of the knuckle curve, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Grounds it to the shortstop. Fields, fires, got him. 1 away. So with 1 down, the lineup turns over for Max. It's his 3rd plate appearance. He's 1 for 2. He has a single and a steal, stolen base today. Pitch is high, ball 1. Oh, it's not 22. He's got 23 stolen bases. Fouls off the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike on the center fielder. 2-1. And he slaps it into right, but right there is the fielder, J.J. Bleday, who makes the catch for out number 2. Pitch speed comparison by Topps Trading Cards. As you can see, Brendan Pizarski and Aaron Nola are neck and neck at 96 miles an hour. They both throw heat. So Don Mattingly's 2 for 6 in the series. He has a double today. He steps up with 2 outs in the 5th. Swings and misses at the fastball, strike one. Fouls it down the left field line. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Donnie Baseball. At the knees on the outside corner. He catches him looking, doesn't like the call. He does not like, better be careful, he can throw you out of the game. So 4.5 innings, still a 1-0 ball game. So we go to Heidi in the bullpen, and unfortunately the microphone is not working, so we're gonna have to cut away from you, Heidi. We apologize. We'll send a technician down to take a look at that microphone. And in the interim, we will go to Luis Campusano, stepping in here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch by Pizarski is swing and a miss, strike one. He's 8 for his last 15. That is hot. Out in front of the changeup, count is 0-2. Grounds it to Termini third, fires across, 1 away. Jahmai Jones, 1 for 4 in this series. He's 0 for 1 today. He's 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. And he pulls the fastball foul for strike 1. Yeah, he can't quite square up the 2-seamer. There are 2 strikes. Grounds it down the third base line, but it goes foul. Count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's 2 away. That's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Here's the replay. Terrible angle. Terrible angle. Anyway. So Matt Beatty struck out in the 3rd. He steps in yet again. 2 outs in the 5th. At the knees on the outside corner, strike 1. He's hitting just 209 on the season. And he hits against the shift and gets it past the only infielder on the left side for a single. So batting leaders in the American League team-wise, as you can see, the Angels are somewhere near the bottom. 255, the 2nd from the bottom in the league. They are not good at the plate with the bat. So Jeremy Pena had a single in the 3rd. And he takes fastball low, ball 1. 2 outs, runner at first here in the bottom of the 5th. Now he misses. Now he's starting to squeeze him. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. And he calls that one a strike. So anyway, maybe that was a makeup call. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Pena. Grounds it to the second baseman, Ramos, who pitches it over for the force, and the side is retired. So it's an official ball game. We have gone 5. It's the Bronx Knights 1. The Angels of Anaheim, nothing. So, Chris Ramos walked in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. He steps in for his 2nd plate appearance. Pitches low, ball 1. He has 6 home runs and 12 runs batted in his last 10 games. Outside corner. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nola is pitching well. Jose, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. The score is 1-0 here in the top of the 6th. And Ramos, the second baseman, is just lazily grounded out to second. I'm checked out to first. First out of the inning. But it's a 1-0 lead here in Angel Stadium. Michael O'Rourke has popped out twice. He's 1 for 5 in the series, but that one was a big one, a home run, in which he made a fool of himself yesterday. And he pulls the changeup foul for strike 1. First in the American League in the All-Star voting. It's pretty impressive. Pitch is outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he pulls the changeup again down the right field line. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on O'Rourke. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count evens at 2-2. Balls in the dirt. Skies at the center. Looks like an easy play for Dominguez. 2 away. So Jacob Salazar has walked, he's stolen a base, he scored a run, but officially he's 0 for 1 at the plate. 2 outs here in the 6th. Outside ball 1. Jacob is the shortstop. And he skies it to deep center, but playable. Again, Santana settles under it, makes the catch to retire the side. So it's pretty much a 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Nola. It's pitcher Zool. 5.5 complete. The score is 1-0 Knights. So leading off the bottom of the 6th is the center fielder. 1 for 2. Domingo Santana. And he hits the corner for strike 1. Bizarski's pitched 5 shutout innings. And the slow roller to third. Termini charges. Fires across in time. And there's 1 out. The dangerous Nolan Arenado doubled in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Steps in with 1 out. At the knees, strike 195 on the radar gun. Out in front of the changeup, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Nolan. Strike 3 looking, does not like the call, but it's the 4th strikeout of the game for Bizarski. Let's look at the replay. Terrible angle. Come on. Anyway, much better angle would have been over the shoulder of the pitcher. So there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Cliff Floyd, the left fielder, is 0 for 2. At the knees, strike 1. He crushes it, but luckily it is a foul ball for strike number 2. And he loops it down the right field line, and it's in the corner, and it will roll around. Lo Cicero makes a strong throw to second, but it is offline, and there's a 2-out double. Different umpire than last night, yeah. I have it on the variable setting where it's not perfectly called every time. It's basically personalized umpires. So he makes the turn at second, doesn't hesitate, slides in. So runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and up steps J.J. Bleday, who's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. The tying run is at second, and he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. So, let's see. Shallow fly ball, long run for Lo Cicero. He will not make it, and it gets past him and rolls all the way into the corner. It's going to be an RBI double at the very least. And he stops at second generously, probably could have made third. So the ball game is tied at 1 on J.J. Bleday's 17th double of the season. Could have been a single, but Lo Cicero was trying to make that spectacular catch and didn't quite get there. So we have a tie ball game here in the 6th. Time to get manager, bullpen. Let's go with Jonathan Holder and Jesse Biddle. Get them warmed up, just in case. So up there is Colton Welker. He's 0 for 2. Just misses low. All 1. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Welker. As you can see, he's not good with runners in scoring position. He's got a batting average almost, it's like 118 if I'm not mistaken. Fouls off the fastball. Count is 1 and 2. Just misses low. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jams him back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner leads off second. That is the go-ahead run. Lazy fly ball to left. O'Rourke is there. Settles under it. Makes the catch to retire the side. But they score a run and tie the ball game on this double by J.J. Bleday. And at the end of 6, score is tied at 1. So we go to the top of the 7th. Benny Lo Cicero has a chance to redeem himself. Bullpen has 2 right-handers warming up for the Angels.
Number 37.
And he pulls it, first pitch, into right for a base hit. So they have the leadoff man here on in the top of the 7th. Nice piece of hitting from Lo Cicero.
Now batting. Number 31.
Solid hit. Next up is Matthew Saps, 0 for 2. And he skies it in the infield. Matt Beatty, the first baseman, makes the catch, 1 away.
Now batting.
Matt Termini has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 2. Lo Cicero leads off first. And he's a little late on the fastball, strike 1. Nola is 1-10 on the season. He's pitching great today. Quick throw to first, he's back in. Was that an error last inning? Was it an error? I don't think so, because he didn't actually come in contact with it. Pitch is high, ball 1, 1-1 count. I think if it had hit his glove and then rolled into the corner, it would have been an error. But the fact that he didn't make the catch, or maybe it should have been a single and an error, I'm not sure. Out in front of the changeup count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Termini. Slow roller to third. One hands it over to second for 1, back to first. Not in time. So it's a fielder's choice. Runner is out at second. So it's 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Actually, risky play by Arenado to barehand the ball to throw it to second, but almost a double play. Roberto Perez, the backup catcher, is 0 for 2 today. He's only hitting $196. This would be a good time for a pinch hit, but I'll show faith in my guys. Knuckle curve is pulled foul for strike number 1. Termini leads off first. And he goes after a pitch in the dirt, and he's down quickly 0-2. Gotta show a little more patience. Check the swing, pitches outside, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Perez. Inside, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Up to 85 pitches. He's pitched well. And it's a ground ball to Arenado. He doesn't field it cleanly. He picks up throw, and because it's the catcher, he's got plenty of time to make the play. Nice recovery by Nolan. The side is retired. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the 7th inning stretch. I'm not getting up, but I'm going to stretch. The score is tied at 1. All right, let's do this. Check this. It's the bottom of the 7th. Luis Campusano, the catcher, is up. He's 1 for 2 with a single. And I'm going to go batter by batter with Pizarski based on how he does. There's no reason to push the envelope. So it's at the knees, strike 1. At the knees again, 95 on the radar gun. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Campusano. And he jams him. Mattingly moves over in front of the second baseman to make the catch, and there's 1 away. Jahmai Jones is 0 for 2. Average has dropped to 222 in the season. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. At the knees, strike 1. Outside, count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Jones. And he fouls off the changeup. Count is 1-2. 75 pitches so far. His pitch number 76. And he pulls it foul. He'll do it again. Ah, another good game pitched. He's probably going to get nothing to show for it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and there's 2 down. That's strikeout number 5 for Pizarski. Okay, this is not a bad angle, but I mean, you still can't see the location of the pitch. I like it to be over the shoulder. Anyway, there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Matt Beatty had a single in the 5th inning. He is 1 for 2. In there, high slider, strike. Just misses inside. Oops. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. At the knees, low strike, but a strike nonetheless. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Beatty. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Bases are empty. Score is tied at 1. This is the 2nd game of a 3-game set in Anaheim. Pops it up the elevator shaft. And Perez makes the catch to retire the side. So, end of 7. He's pitched 7 innings, given up 1 run. It's probably going to be all for Pizarski. The score is tied at 1.
Your attention, please.
In relief for the Angels, John Brebbia, 26th appearance out of the bullpen. Record is 0-1 with a 6.26 earned run average. Ooh. Anyway, before the leadoff man, Luklich, we're going to go to the manager's office, bullpen. Righty, righty, righty. We're going to have Jonathan Holder come in and pitch, scheduled to pitch. And Jesse Biddle will continue to warm up. So let's get back to it. So the center fielder, Luklich, is 1 for 3. And he fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Got to get that leadoff man on. He's got a lot of speed. Outside, ball 1. 38,995 in attendance here at Anaheim. Inside, just off the plate. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. It's not a sellout, but pretty good crowd. Oh, back to the box. Pitcher catches it, throws him out, 1 away. Nice play by Nola. That's not Nola. That's John Brebbia. Anyway, Mattingly has a double today. He's 1 for 3. Pitches outside, ball 1. Ball 2, count is 2-0. So lefty and a righty are warming up at the Angels bullpen. Carlos Parra and Emmanuel Clace. I have no idea if those are real or fictional ball players. 3 balls, no strike. Will he have the green light? No, he will not, because I don't swing on 3-0 pitches. I put the controller down. Ball 4. Oh, they called it a strike. Wow. Yeah, I guess it was. Number 4. Hitters count, 3-1. Oh, they called that one a strike too. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Got to protect the plate. Oh, he tried to protect the plate and struck out. And there's 2 away. That was masterful by Brebbia. Threw on the outside corner twice and then threw it off the plate, and he had no choice but to swing at it. So, Chris Ramos. 0 for 2, he walked in the 3rd. And he hits a lazy fly ball to Cliff Floyd in left center. Makes the catch. Quick inning for Brebbia. So we 7.5 complete. The score is still tied at 1. Yeah, it was a nasty pitch. Thanks. Do you still want to change pitchers? Yes, I totally agree. So Jonathan Holder comes in. His 22nd appearance. His record is 0-1 with a 5.14 earned run average. And he faces here in the bottom of the 8th, Jeremy Pena. Now, before, I'm going to go to the manager's office and the bullpen, and I'm just going to warm up Dylan Betances. Only because you never know, I might need him. Let's see what happens. Stupid new rule in baseball. I like to mix and match like the old days. But now you bring in a reliever who's got to pitch 3 batters. I hate that rule. Pitches low, ball 1. 93 on the radar gun. Swing and a miss at the slider outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Pena. Just misses off the plate. Count is 2-1. Pops it up behind the plate. Perez is there. He makes the catch, 1 away. So the line for Prozarski, 7 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 5 strikeouts. He cannot win, he cannot lose. No decision. Deserves better. That's a good line. So Domingo Santana, single in the 1st. He is 1 for 3. Steps in with 1 out here in the 8th. Strike 1. And he fouls off the cutter. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Santana. Just off the plate inside. Count is 1-2. And it's a low line drive heading to right, but this time Lo Cicero makes the catch for out number 2. Nolan Arenado, double in the 4th. He's 1 for 3. Steps up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Oh no, it's high. It is deep. It's at the corner. He does not make the catch. It's a solo home run with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Nolan Arenado, 17th homer of the season to give the Angels a 2-1 advantage. Ooh. I truly enjoy your stream. What time is tomorrow's game? You know, unfortunately, Jose, I can't keep like a super regular schedule. I try to get on to play like 1 or 2 games a day. Usually it's in the evening. Not 100% sure. Yeah, look at the reaction from Don Mattingly, the manager. So he's pretty excited. So listen, the pressure's on. Let's watch the replay. Oh, I knew Nolan was going to get me. Just out of the reach of O'Rourke in the corner. Ah! The crowd goes wild. So, you know what? Floyd, manager, bullpen. Jesse Biddle is going to come in to pitch to... Jesse Biddle, 29th appearance, record is 2-2. He does have 4 saves. His ERA is 1.85. He's here to pitch to Floyd in order to get them to the 9th. At the knees, 97 on the radar gun, strike 1. Jonathan Holder, the GOAT. And I don't mean the greatest of all time, I mean the GOAT with horns. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Thank you for the compliment. That didn't get past me, Jose, I appreciate it. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Here with 2 outs in the 8th. It's a 2-1 lead for the Angels of Anaheim. Again at the knees. Count evens at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, side retired. But they get a run. Last licks for the Bronx Knights. They have 3 outs to score a run to push this into extra innings. The end of 8. It's the Angels 2. The Knights 1. All right, let's do this. In relief, Craig Kimbrell, the closer, making his 26th appearance, pardon me. He faces Michael O'Rourke here in the top of the 9th, who's 0 for 3 today. Before we do that, manager's office, bullpen. John Smoltz is going to warm up as well, just in case they take either a tie it or take the lead. So, O'Rourke is 0 for 3. Pitch is low, ball 1. Little late on the triple-digit fastball, 100 miles an hour on the radar gun. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on O'Rourke. Checks a swing. Fastball is high. Count is 2-1. Kimbrel sets. He deals. Down and in. Hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike here in the top of the 9th. And he pulls it, but right at the first baseman for the first out. Hit it right on the nose, but you can't steer it. You can only hit it hard. So with 1 out here in the 9th, up steps Jacob Salazar, the shortstop. He's 0 for 2. He does have a walk today. They need a base runner. Pitch is high, ball 1. And he pops it up in the infield. There is the shortstop. He makes the catch for the 2nd out. The Bronx Knights are down to their final out of the ball game. Stepping in is Benny Cicero with a single in the 7th. He is 1 for 3. He does have 19 home runs on the season, so he could tie the game with 1 good swing. Here we go. Pitch is outside and low, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Checks a swing, pitches low, count is 2-0. Fouls off the 99-mile-an-hour fastball inside. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Lo Cicero. Again, a hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. He represents the final out of the ball game. Score is 2-1 here in the 9th. And he walks him. So they have a base runner on. That runner at first is the scoring, is the tying run, and the go-ahead run will come to the plate in the personage of Matthew Saps, who is 0 for 3 today. Lo Cicero has speed, so in case of double in the gap, it's possible to score from first. Quick throw to first, he's back. No reason to get a big lead over at first. There's no reason to steal. Well, then again, if he steals, a single ties the game, so we'll see what happens. It's a line drive that's going to drop in for a base hit, and there's runners at first and second with 2 outs in the 9th. The tying run is at second base in scoring position. This is becoming an interesting situation. Here's the replay. Saps is 1 for 3. Comes through in the clutch, but unfortunately didn't get into the gap. No, I'm going to ignore that. I keep my players on. They have good speed. So Matt Termini, again representing the final out. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single today. Runners at first and second with 2 down. Outside corner, strike 1. Termini has the average up to 304. I'm sure he'd like to get a hit here. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball, and they're down to their final strike. Count is 0-2. Inside, off the plate, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Termini. Runners lead off first and second. It's a slow roller to the shortstop. He flips over to second for the force. Ball game over. Angels win 2-1. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's my intention to play every inning of every game of a 162-game schedule of this created franchise, the Bronx Knights. And if you're going to play 162 games, sometimes you lose. So, as you can see, if I'm not mistaken, this is a 3-game set. I won the first game, they won the second game, so tomorrow's game will be the rubber match to see who wins the series in Anaheim. Let's do this the right way. Let's go to the stats. So, the Los Angeles Angels, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. 1 run for the Bronx Knights, 5 hits, no errors. The win goes to the reliever John Brebbia, the loss to Jonathan Holder. Save goes to Craig Kimbrell, and Nolan Arenado, not a surprise, because is the player of the game with that homer to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th. Thank you very much for the compliment on the nice commentary. I really appreciate it. I love to play baseball video games, but I also like to do the whole play-by-play thing. It kind of, you know, missed my calling. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, this has been a presentation of Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm not just saying that. Your comments are appreciated. Have yourself a great night, and I'm sure, you know, if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you again soon. Have a great night.